Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Global Footballer Podcast with Deepak, me, myself, Monish, and Arafat. So let's talk about the El Clasico, the big game this weekend. The clash of the Titans, Barcelona and Real Madrid. Real Madrid now leading the league. Barcelona at third. First question: does anyone know who's second in the league right now?
Girona.
So La Liga second place is I think Arafat's got the fastest googling hands or something. I'm not sure. Anyway,
No,
yeah,
my
he's
No,
right.
answer.
Arafat realized that without anything.
I mean, he was always a good quizzer. Girona are number two. They have Daily Blind. They have a few players. I think Eric Garcia also is playing for them from Barcelona on loan, and they've got a couple of Ukrainian players who are scoring in the goals. Anyway, so first, Deepak, what do you think about the
Yep.
performance? What do you think about Barcelona? What do you think about Real Madrid? And yeah, let's start.
I am so happy for that match because as you might have probably known, I am a Real Madrid fan. On top of being a Newcastle United fan, so I've supported Madrid for a long time since Zidane. And it was so good to see that match end in a victory for Real Madrid. And after the first half, I did not see it coming. The first half was disastrous for Madrid. To the point, I was quite embarrassed by the end of that first half, and I thought Barcelona will spank Madrid back and forth for the second half as well and win it easily. But Ancelotti made some changes, and I think those changes, the most important of the change was Camavinga. My God, what a player! He's 19 and he plays as if he's the oldest and most mature player in that squad. I'm sure we'll move on to talking about Bellingham, but I also at the same time wanted to focus on Kamavinga because he played left back. He sort of strolled into midfield, did that inside left back and inverting inside sort of role, and he played it to perfection. He sort of brought a maturity into play, held on to possession, made sure Madrid were recycling the ball really well, and Modric came on later, and it was just a classic Ancelotti Real Madrid performance. Won it, and Bellingham. There's not much I can say about Bellingham that hasn't been said yet. He is truly going to be the biggest global superstar coming from England, even going through past players. There has not been a player like Bellingham coming from England.
Uh, Arafat, question to you: do you think Bellingham is probably miles ahead, and did he do the right decision going to Real Madrid? Now there was one English superstar before Bellingham who had this sort of hype, who was loved this much, and that was Jack Wilshere. You being an Arsenal fan know exactly how that pressure on Wilshere to defend as well as Rio Ferdinand or Nemanja Vidic to pass as well as I don't know Johan Sebastian Veron. Okay, I'm bringing in Manchester United players, but and score as well as Thierry Henry. I mean, he was expected to do it all, and probably he had his injuries, but the mental aspect of the game and the pressure that he had being from England really affected him. Do you think Bellingham did the right thing? I mean, he went to arguably, I mean, all of us support different clubs, but we know Real Madrid is one of the biggest clubs in the world. Let's agree on that. And he took in that pressure. He just took it on his stride, and he's really doing extremely well. Do you think that Bellingham's that decision is vindicated by seeing how well he has done for Real Madrid? And what do you think about it?
Yeah, he couldn't have asked for a better start to any club careers. And at Real Madrid, he's quickly becoming one of the most popular players in the team. His celebration is like an emperor, holding his arms apart and like just soaking the whole atmosphere. It's amazing.
And they
It's
sing
great
"Hey
to watch.
Jude." It's beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, he's
That
just done
celebration
great
sinks.
things.
That celebration makes him just go from great to legendary. I think it sort of
Yeah,
encompasses a celebration that can be mimicked by everybody. Is so simple
yeah.
but is so iconic.
But the way he does it, and not just that, he's been scoring such crucial goals. I mean, I think he scored 4 or 5 now stoppage time goals this season, winners, which is just he's quickly becoming a legend over there and like a true successor of Zidane.
I think even, I mean, I dare say, but if he goes at this rate, even more. Uh, More importantly, that first goal. I mean, people are talking about him being at the right place at the right time. Ancelotti's system helping him score those goals. But that shot, it was a thing of beauty. I mean, Ter Stegen was unsighted because of the defender in front of him, but that ball swerved and went in. And I mean, he could have done a better job, I dare say. However, that was a beautiful goal, a fantastic strike, and probably shut up a few of his critics. Uh, what about Barcelona? What do you think about them, Deepak? The first half, they were They even had a couple more chances. They pressed and made Real Madrid makes a few mistakes, and I think they should have scored one more goal. They had a couple more chances that they should have finished.
Yeah,
What
they
happened?
hit the
What do you think
post
happened in the
a
second
couple of
half?
times. I think it was just a matter of Real Madrid taking control of the midfield. Real Madrid did not have any control over the midfield in that first half, and it was Cruz, Germany, and Valverde playing in that midfield, all of whom have their own strengths, but those three, in my opinion, just don't work together. Because especially with Bellingham playing as a false number 9, it probably does work if it's Joselu up front and they play sort of Rodrigo and Vinicius Junior off him on both sides. It does play work that way, but when Bellingham is not playing in that midfield and is playing a bit advanced, and both Rodrigo and Vinicius struggle to come inside and create chances, it just doesn't work. They don't get control over the midfield. They do not create as many chances going forward. Ancelotti changed that in the second half. He completely changed it. He brought in Kamavinga to add a bit more shape into midfield, and it worked really well. And towards the end of the game, he brought on Modric to replace Kroos
Modric.
and pushed Bellingham into midfield, got in Joselu up front. So the shape was completely changed, which put Barcelona on the back foot. But you're absolutely right. I think Barcelona should have killed that game in that first half because they had so much dominance, had so many chances.
Couple of times struck the crossbar as
Yeah,
well,
Yeah,
didn't they?
Barcelona,
crossbar post,
however,
everything. I think
they
lucky
have a
for
lot
Madrid to
of
escape.
good, exciting youngsters. I mean, just bringing it back to Barcelona, they are hitting that stride. They might be second or third in the league right now, but looking at their performances, the way they're playing, I think this team has uh, the ingredients to do something great. The only problem being their financial issues. I don't know, they are expecting some 100 million, $200 million investment in some media company. 1 billion is their worth. I mean, I'm hearing all sorts of stories. I do not understand business, uh, but I think Barcelona's dreams are a bit far-fetched, and they're just trying to get money from wherever they can uh, right now, and this might be a
They
problem
do
with them
have
in
a
the future.
fantastic squad, don't they? They have such a
Right
good
now they
squad.
do, but I don't know why they find the need to still invest in more players, because I think they have enough players right now to develop them. And last year as well, they honestly signed up as free agents any player they could get, and a couple of times then they realized they could buy better players, and they just kept them on the bench, and they were destroying careers, man. And I'm a Barcelona fan, apart from being a Manchester United fan, because of Brazilian Ronaldo now. Figure that out. Yeah, he went to Real Madrid later. However, I know it sounds stupid now, but yeah, whatever.
His best years, I mean, better years are at Barcelona probably.
The one year that
And
he was at
For
Barcelona, he
one
one
scored
year,
year,
34
yeah.
goals, and he was fantastic. And Barcelona didn't win the league, but yeah, uh, that was before his injury. Anyway, so that's it about El
But
Clasico. So
you have a fun story about Bellingham, I hear.
it's not really a fun story, but I mean, it's just a story that highlights um, how good he was at such an early age. When one of my senior colleagues, whose sons played with Bellingham's younger brother, and everybody at that age dreams of playing in the Premier League, and to see a very hardworking family send their kid to Dortmund. I think was it 3 years back for a massive sum was very uplifting, and you can see why Birmingham City
Retired
retired
them.
that number of Bellingham, and he's showing why he's probably one of the best players in the world, along with Mbappe.
So, do you think he'll come back and join his brother at Sunderland and try to help them get back to the Premier League and beat Newcastle United?
Hmm.
Not Sunderland, maybe Birmingham City. Maybe with
He has no affiliation to Sunderland whatsoever, except that his brother is playing for them now, and I'm sure his brother will take the next opportunity to get out of Sunderland as soon as possible.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's it
There's a
about
story
Jude
that Real
Bellingham.
Madrid are actually interested in Joe Bellingham too, to bring him in as
really.
sort. Yeah, there's this rumor saying Real Madrid
Chelsea did
have
buy
been sending
Thorgan
scouts.
Hazard, and I mean, Milwaukee Bucks did buy Giannis's brother because he's Giannis's brother. Thorgan was a good player. He's a good player, anyways. Uh, right. So that's it about Real Madrid, Barcelona, El Clasico, and Jude Bellingham. Thanks for watching the Global Footballer podcast. Like, share, and subscribe, guys.